Hello, my name is Maxwell Frost, and this is the second of 3 videos in a mini-series on the 3 essential ingredients to any quality video. If you missed the first video, it was on position. Go check that out first. There's going to be 2 more videos. This one is on lighting, and the next and final video is on audio. This mini course is made for everyone of any budget size. I'll give you options for more entry-level stuff as well as more professional level stuff so that whatever your budget is, I will offer you a solution. Lighting is crucial. Check this out. With lights, without lights, with lights, without lights. If you're in an office or if you're in a room or if you're at a school, try to get as much ambient light as possible. If there's a window, open up the shades. If there's a big window in your room, make sure it's not behind you, rather behind your camera or your webcam or your phone or whatever you're shooting with, because you want your lights behind your camera pointing down at you. And if you're a teacher, you don't need to spend a lot of money on lights. You can generally get a light for around 40, 50 bucks that will make a huge difference. Good entry-level light is this Neewer 2-pack. You can also get a 1-pack that's even cheaper than this $45. If you're just getting into this and you're not like making YouTube videos or you're not making online courses you're going to sell, or if you're not making marketing videos, you can probably get by with 1. And as you notice with these lights, they come with different gels. You get to slide into the light that knocks down the light so you don't get creepy face. Because this direct white light, when it hits your face, it creates all sorts of weird shadows. You don't want it shooting below you or too close to you. You want it behind your camera, above you, and at about a 45-degree angle coming down. And you can play around with distance, bringing it closer or further away, because you want to avoid creepy face. Because you have that direct white light hitting your face, it creates all sorts of weird shadows, which is why professional lighting comes with gels like this that you slide into the white light so it knocks down the abruptness and doesn't have all the weird shadows as a result, and you can avoid creepy face. Which is why you don't want to bring in just a random shop light, because you don't have this to knock down the brightness of that white light, and it gets really sharp and does not look professional. So if you're just getting going, I recommend this Neewer 2-pack. If you want to level up and go pro, this is my favorite bang for your buck. These are my lights. I use them professionally, and I absolutely love them. It's also the Neewer brand. You really can't go wrong with this brand. And I like these lights because you can dial in a little bit of yellow light with the white lights, and it has about 2 to 3 times the surface area as the previous lights I talked about. And it has the ability to focus the light with the different things. And it has the hoods that allow you to adjust the light and focus the light in specific ways. If you would like to level up and make your production quality even better and more professional, especially if you're going to use this for marketing content, I would suggest getting these lights. I mean, it's 200 bucks, but it's worth it. These are LED lights that will last you a very long time, that are built real well and bomb-proof. I use these on a recent feature film that I created, as well as several other marketing videos I've made over the years, and absolutely love them. All affiliate links to these lights and everything else I talk about in the bio of this video. You may have seen these pincher lights before. I would say stay away from them. They're a complete waste of money. This example they've shown here has for sure been photoshopped, because I couldn't get that much light out of these things if I had like 10 of them. Just avoid them. Stay away from these selfie pincher lights. They're a complete waste of time. All right, lights. What do you do with the lights? How do you set them up? Well, that's a great question. This is how you set up lighting. That's me in the middle there, that big circle, the camera, and with the lights at about a 45-degree angle pointing down at you at also a 45-degree angle. Now, these aren't exact numbers. Fool around with it a little bit, but that 45 degrees at least gives you a general starting point and will get you most of the way there. This is a 2-point lighting setup. If you just have one light, Just use one light. The angles are the same. Everything else is the same. And again, you want these lights above you and at about a 45-degree angle away from you. And they're behind the camera because obviously you don't want them on the camera. And some of you may have heard of three-point lighting. For the majority of you, you don't have to worry about that at all. If you're getting into making movies like documentaries where you have talking head videos, that's when you add that third light in and you get three-point lighting. It's a whole nother video, whole nother thing to get into, but I'll cover it quickly here. It's basically having a light behind you that's shooting up. And by doing so, it creates more separation between you and your background. But that's a whole nother thing to get into, a whole nother can of big worms. For 90% of you, you don't need to worry about that at all. So as a recap, you do want at least one light. If you're teaching secondary school online, you can get away with one light. But if you really want a professional quality video, two lights. If you're shooting a documentary and people are talking, I would suggest adding that third light behind you. I will add a three-point lighting video in the future. But like I said, 90% of you don't need to worry about that at all. Get your light or lights. Get them behind the camera at a 45-degree angle from you, above you, and pointing down at you at a 45-degree angle, and watch the quality of your video go way up. If it's a product that you have placed, make sure you kind of play around with it, the height of how high, how low, because you want to avoid creepy face on whatever you're shooting as well. You don't want it to be completely blown out with weird shadows. So even if you're doing a product shoot, kind of play around with those lights, bringing them in, bringing them out, to bring them as close as they can to be lit to whatever you're shooting without having it completely white, without having completely blown out with weird shadows. Same with your face, going in and out with lights. Try to get your face lit while avoiding creepy face. If you haven't seen the first video already on position, watch that one. This one was on lighting, and the final video in this little mini series is audio. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it interesting at all, please like, share, and comment below, and tell me what your experience has been like with lighting.